Hello YouTubers, it's Sunday the 6th of June. So I've just done a long run, half marathon. 10 miles easy, very holding myself back all the time at the Ridgeway, a little bit early, beautiful. And then 3 miles flat out, and it's not very flat out because my legs were killing me because I've been on my feet for a couple of hours. A very good training that, so I stayed out of zone 3/4, which is our standard zone. So I run the 10 miles in zone 2, really, zone 1, 2. So you're really just fast walking, jogging, walking. I have to walk sometimes to keep your heart rate below that sort of 128 in my world. And then I did 3 miles intervals, trying to push it, trying to get my heart rate to 160, 165. And those last 3 were about, I suppose it was 11-minute miling. So I'll get massive improvement from that. I could go out and run again, probably easy run tomorrow because I've not pushed myself. Again, I've stayed out of that tempo. Everyone sort of runs in that zone 3, 4, sort of, heart rate 145. Now, if I'd run that 30 mile in that, I'd have probably run 11:30s. But I'll probably be injured. My body would be knackered for a week. It's a race then. You've got to remember this is training. 80-20 rule. So the 80% of the time I ran that 13 miles, so 13 miles, 80% of 13 miles, 2.6, yeah, it's about 10 miles, and then the half a mile cool down and the 2.5 miles tempo. That is 80-20. It is proper training, and I won't get injured. Anyway, I'm just going to do some weights, resistance training, get the nutrition in today, good food. What did I do nutrition wise? I took a litre of water with half a teaspoon of salt, and I've had about 8 jelly babies, so about 40 grams of sugar, which I took mainly at the end to focus on, because I didn't need it initially for the 10 miles because you're running slow and you've had breakfast or dinner last night. Because you're running in that low zone, you could run for a long time. But as soon as you start going into that zone 5, in my world, heart rate 155 and above, or maximum threshold 161 plus heart rate beats per minute, that's when you need that sugar. On average, if you're running flat out like racing, after about half hour you want to be putting in 60 to 80 grams of sugar plus a pinch of salt, iso gels, that kind of stuff, to balance your body's system with fluids and everything. Otherwise you'll bonk, or you could have a heart attack drinking too much water without the salt. You need that salt and sugar, simple sugars and complex sugars, for a race. And as the race goes on, you won't be able to stomach food. If you go, ultra marathon area, you'll need sort of the sugary stuff, salty sugary stuff, because your stomach just can't take it. But you can train, and what you're aiming for is to train your body to use fat for energy, but you still need that sugar and salt to help it use the fat. It's scientific, it's complex. I'm going on a tangent now, but hold tight. Cold bath time. Right, little information. So total mileages this week, etc. So 16 miles on the bike, 2 little rides. They were into brick runs. Total mileage 34 miles. That's the most I've done for a while. So remember, most of that mileage has been easy pace, the 80-20 rule. But if I'd done a lot of tempo runs, or in the zone 3 we call it, I'd have been injured. Right, so the half marathon I've just done, again, training, not racing, 10 miles in zone 2, 2 miles in zone 4, and some warm-ups and cool downs. Again, if I'd run that flat out, I wouldn't be able to run this week, or I'd be injured. So you can see the minute milings there. The first 10 I'm in the 12 to 30 minute milings, and the last 3 I was about 10:30s. Like, subscribe and comment for more of my videos. Thank you.